Welcome to Wooligans. Today I'm going to show you how to make our holiday gift tote. Like this. Everything's included, pre-punched parts. All you need is a sharp pair of scissors. Let's get into it. Needle and thread, a sharp pair of scissors. We need to cut out the handle shape. And the best way to do that, I find, is to fold the material in half, just like this. Make a small cut, and then you can bring your scissors right in through and work around. Just like this. Keep your cuts nice and slow and even. Look at that. Beautiful. Set your piece aside. There's one. Now let's do the other side. Fold it in half. Give it a little cut. There we go. Our kits are designed to be fun, fast, and easy. Now, if you find your kit, the felt fabric, has a few wrinkles in it from shipping, you can just take a warm iron and gently press them out. And there we go. Here it is. Now, what we'll want to do is to take our needle and thread. About 2 yards here. It's more than enough to stitch this together. And today we're going to be using the whip stitch. It's a very fast and easy stitch to bring something together. So we just threaded our needle. Now this is also a waxed thread, and what's really nice about it is that when you pull your stitches together, it sort of locks it in place. But it also tends to want to grab everything, so it takes a little bit to get used to working with it. So now we have our needle and thread, and what we're going to do is we're going to line up our tote handles, and you will see that this kit is pre-punched all your stitch holes right there for the perfect stitch every time. We're going to start at the bottom edge, and you're going to go through the first stitch hole on the face and out the first stitch hole on the back. And you're going to pull it through, because right now what we're going to do is create, just tie it off in a double knot. Nice and tight. There. And just take your tail and tuck it in. You only want, I don't know, an inch or two of a tail, and just tuck it in there. You can trim it if you want to, but not too much. And there we go. Take your needle back up, and you're going to go through this first set of holes a couple of times. I like to go through 2 more times because I feel like it gives it a nice finished starting and end point. We'll do the same thing at the other end when we're done. So there you go. There it is. And now, to begin our whip stitches, all the way up this side, down through the second hole on the face, and out through the second hole on the back. Just like this. Super fun. Super fast and super easy. You want to make sure your stitches are pretty tight. You want to give it a little bit of a texture so you get a little bit of a bump between each stitch. Nice and snug. No sloppy stitches. Okay, we've reached the end of this side, and what you're going to do again is go through this stitch hole 2 or 3 more times. Do one more. There we go. And on your last loop, right here before you pull it all the way tight, you're going to bring your thread and needle through it and make a little bit of a slip knot. Pull it tight. And then open up your handle and go with your needle and thread in between. And I just like to poke it through, whoop, in between the stitches out through the center like this, through in between. And give it a little snug pull and a snip. And rub it together. And there's one side. Now let's do the other side. Same thing, repeating. You're going to go through the first set of holes on the front and the first set of holes on the back. And you're going to leave yourself about 2 inches, and you're going to tie another double knot. I also just want to mention, keep your double knot centered over the middle of the 2 pieces. There you go. And tuck your tail in. You'll grab it as we stitch up. There we go. Now, repeat. You're going to go through the same hole 2 or 3 more times. I think it adds a nice look. Nice pop of color. There. Keep our edges together, and we're going to continue on with the whip stitch. Takes no time to pull together, and I think it adds a beautiful, thoughtful touch to any gift giving. Or you can keep it for yourself. I like to put chocolates in mine and leave it out for people to sample. Pretty quick. And again, make sure your stitches are tight, that you're creating these little bumps in between each stitch. Stitch hole on the side, and again you're going to go through this hole 2 or 3 more times. And take your last, on your last loop, pull your needle through, create a slip knot, and then come down in between the layers and out in the middle there. Pull it through nice and snug. Give it a snip. There we go. Now we need to tuck in our tabs. This is what's going to give our tote bag some shape. So you take your tabs, your bottom tabs, and tuck them up through. Give them a tug from the inside with your hands. Just pull it up. You see? But then we need to create a stitch to keep those in place. And this isn't too difficult because the holes are pre-punched. Okay, so once you've tucked all your tabs up into the tote bag, we need to stitch them in place. And there are 2 tiny stitch holes on each side of your seam. There are also 2 tiny stitch holes on the tab, and I think this is the easiest way to do it. You go down through your top, you kind of feel around and out through the hole on the tab, and you're going to find the hole next to it on the inside, and then back up through the tote on the upper, and you pull just a little bit till you leave a little tail like this, and we're going to tie a double knot. I hope you can see. So you go down through the upper outside and through the hole on the tab, and then up through the hole on the tab, out through the face of the tote. And now you have 2 threads, and you're going to tie them off, a double knot. Not terribly tight, but nice and snug. There you go. Now you're going to take your thread, and you're going to go down through the hole on the upper. Oh, there's Teddy. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other thread. Coming out just on this part right here, and you're going to pull it through, pull out the tension, and then just give it a little trim. Off the tail, just like that. And there you have it. All of our tabs are locked into place with a nice little stitch. And we have our tote. I hope you'd enjoy this as much as I did. If you have any questions, feel free to email us. Thanks a lot.